Hi, I'm Becky with Grounded Monkey, and today I'm going to give you kind of a meditation 101. You may be new to meditation, have a lot of questions, so I want to answer some of those for you today. So first of all, what is meditation? There are actually a lot of definitions out there, so after doing some research, here's my definition. Meditation is a quieting of the mind, and in order to do that, you must focus on one thing. So most of the time our mind is constantly going, right? And we're either thinking about the past, something that's happened that upset us, we're angry about it, it's causing resentment, or we're thinking about the future. We've got all these things that we need to remember to do, or we're worried about something and it's causing anxiety. So what we want to do is try to bring our mind into focus in the present, because that's where we're going to be at peace, where we will be the calmest. So meditation helps you focus on one thing, a singular focus here in the present. So why should we meditate? Well, it's got a lot of health benefits. It does reduce anxiety and stress, helps people sleep better, it improves your focus. And you can do that through different kinds of meditations. There are kinds that focus on the breath. You can focus on the body, focus on a mantra or a word. So there are different kinds. You can find which kind works best for you. Now, people want to know, do I need some special equipment? No, you need absolutely nothing to meditate. You don't need a special cushion. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need a special room. You can meditate anywhere. As long as you can have a relatively straight back, you're good. So can you lay down? Sure. I wouldn't do it at bedtime if you want to lay down, because most likely you'll fall asleep, unless that's your goal. So if this is another part of the day, then I would recommend sitting up, and you can sit on the floor, you can sit in a chair, you can do this in the car while you're waiting for your child to finish with an after-school activity. So wherever and whenever you have time in your day, squeeze it in. Does it have to be absolutely quiet? No. When I try to meditate at home, I usually have 2 barking dogs. I have a fire station that's a block away. Sometimes I'll hear an alarm or a siren. So you don't have to have absolute quiet. Obviously, it's easier, but sometimes meditating through distraction can be good for you too. All right, now, so we want to make sure that we are sitting relatively straight. Some people ask about how do we breathe, and most instructors will tell you to inhale through the nose, and then you can choose to exhale through the nose or the mouth. Now, I'm going to tell you whatever works best for you that day is what you do. If your nose is stuffed up, breathe through your mouth. So it's all about finding what works for you and what's comfortable. So I personally breathe only through the nose. That's what I like. You do what's best for you. Okay, what about the eyes? They can be closed. They can be open. I prefer to meditate with my eyes closed because then I'm blocking out all the distractions in the room. But if that makes you uncomfortable and you want your eyes open, go for it. Okay, and finally, people want to know, am I doing it right? Okay, well, let me tell you, the only wrong way to meditate is to not meditate, or to give it a try and then give up in the middle. So if you sat for 5-10 minutes and you meditated, you did it right. Well, what if I was constantly distracted? Of course you're constantly distracted. That's what our mind has been trained to do. So meditating is going to help train you to focus on the one thing, whether it's the breath or the mantra or the body. And is it going to be easy? No. For most people, it's going to be difficult. It may be frustrating, especially in the beginning, because you're realizing, oh, I just got distracted and I'm thinking about something else. Well, that's a good thing. You caught yourself and you brought yourself back to the meditation. So yes, it is going to be difficult at first. Just think about when you learned how to ride a bicycle or drive a car. It wasn't easy in the beginning. You had to practice, you had to put in some effort. Meditation is no different. So I'm not here to tell you it's easy, but you will need to practice. And think of it like that car. We can drive our car and we can look out the window, we can see the billboards, we can make stops along the way. That's kind of what our mind is doing most of the time. Now think about that car going from point A to point B with no distractions in between. We don't look on either side of us, we don't notice the cars, the billboards, we don't stop at any stores. We go straight from one place to the second without any distraction. Okay, that's kind of like what we're trying to do with meditation, is that one focus. So I hope that answered some questions for you. Feel free to try out one of my meditations and let me know how it goes. Thanks for joining me.